Plato describes Atlantis as a large island located beyond the Pillars of Hercules. This places it somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean. The city was said to be larger than ancient Libya and Asia combined. Plato, my account is remarkably detailed. I speak of a circular city with concentric rings of land and water. At its center stood a great temple dedicated to Poseidon, the god of the sea. The Atlanteans were described as a wealthy and technologically advanced people. They possessed a mighty naval force and had conquered parts of Europe and Africa, but their power and prosperity would not last forever. Plato. According to me, the gods became angered by the Atlanteans' greed and corruption. They decided to punish the once great civilization. In a single day and night of misfortune, Atlantis was swallowed by the sea. The entire island sank beneath the waves, disappearing forever. The search for Atlantis has captivated explorers for centuries. In the wake of Plato's account, countless theories about its location have emerged. Early explorers often focused on the Atlantic Ocean, taking Plato's words literally. Christopher Columbus himself believed he might encounter Atlantis on his voyages to the New World. This shows how deeply the myth had penetrated Western imagination. As the age of exploration unfolded, new candidates for Atlantis emerged. The discovery of ancient ruins in the Americas led some to speculate about a connection. The impressive structures of the Maya and Inca civilizations seemed to echo Plato's descriptions. Some even suggested that Atlantis might have been located in the Caribbean or off the coast of Central America. Meanwhile, other researchers turned their attention to the Mediterranean. The island of Santorini, also known as Thera, became a popular candidate. This Greek island was the site of a massive volcanic eruption around 1600 BC. The devastation caused by this event seemed to match Plato's description of Atlantis' destruction. Moreover, the advanced Minoan civilization on nearby Crete suffered a decline around this time. This led to theories linking the Minoans with the Atlanteans. The advent of underwater archaeology has revolutionized the search for Atlantis. Modern technology allows us to explore the ocean depths like never before. Sonar mapping and remote-operated vehicles have opened up new frontiers. One of the most intriguing underwater sites is the Bimini Road, located off the coast of Bimini in the Bahamas. It's a submerged rock formation. The structure appears to be a long, straight road made of large stone blocks. Some researchers claim this is evidence of an ancient civilization. They argue it could be part of Atlantis or another lost culture. Critics, however, maintain that the formation is natural. Another underwater mystery lies off the coast of Cuba. In 2001, researchers using sonar detected what appeared to be a city on the ocean floor. The extreme depth of the site makes exploration challenging. The Mediterranean Sea has also yielded intriguing finds. Off the coast of Egypt, divers have discovered the sunken cities of Heracleion and Canopus. The search for Atlantis has drawn the attention of experts from various fields. Archaeologists, historians, and geologists have all contributed to the debate. Their perspectives offer a nuanced view of the Atlantis myth. Most mainstream scholars are skeptical about Atlantis as a historical reality. They see Plato's account as more allegorical than factual. Dr. Maria Santorini, archaeologists point out the lack of physical evidence for Atlantis. Despite centuries of searching, no ruins matching Plato's description have been found. Robert Ballard believes that if Atlantis existed, traces of it would have been found by now. However, much of the ocean floor remains unexplored. This leaves room for future discoveries. Dr. Adrian Phillips. Historians focus on the context of Plato's writings. Many see the Atlantis story as a cautionary tale about the dangers of hubris. They argue that Plato used the myth to illustrate philosophical points about ideal societies. Dr. Julia Annis supports this view, seeing Atlantis as a fictional place to explore political ideas. Geologists examine how natural disasters could have destroyed an island civilization. The eruption of Thera, Santorini, around 1600 BC is often cited. This massive event could have inspired stories of a sunken land. Dr. Adrian Phillips. Dr. Gel Zeilinger de Beer sees a connection between geological events and the Atlantis myth. However, he stops short of claiming that Atlantis was a real place. The debate continues, with each new discovery adding to the intrigue. Section 5. Ancient texts and modern interpretations. The story of Atlantis has its roots in ancient texts, primarily Plato's dialogues. However, other ancient writings have been scrutinized for possible references to the lost city. Egyptian texts in particular have drawn attention. This is because Plato claimed the Atlantis story came from Egypt. Researchers have combed through hieroglyphic records looking for corroborating evidence. While some tantalizing hints have been found, nothing conclusive has emerged.
Modern scholars have re-examined Plato's works with fresh eyes. They've applied linguistic analysis and historical context to the texts. Some argue that mistranslations or misinterpretations have led to confusion. For example, the Greek word for larger than could also mean beyond. This could change the interpretation of Atlantis's size and location. Such nuances highlight the challenges of working with ancient texts.
Another approach has been to look at Plato's other writings for clues. His works often use allegory and metaphor to convey philosophical ideas. This has led some scholars to view the Atlantis story in a similar light. They see it as a complex allegory about the ideal state and its downfall. This interpretation doesn't necessarily negate the possibility of a real inspiration for the story. Section 6. The Minoan connection. Atlantis in the Mediterranean. One compelling theory links Atlantis to the Minoan civilization. The Minoans were an advanced Bronze Age culture on Crete. Many aspects match Plato's description of Atlantis. Their civilization was destroyed by a catastrophic event.
The key is the island of Thera, modern-day Santorini. Around 1600 BC, Thera erupted massively. Enormous tsunamis caused widespread destruction. Some researchers believe this inspired the Atlantis myth.
Section 7. Caribbean Mysteries. Atlantis in the New World. The discovery of the Americas opened up new possibilities for the location of Atlantis. Some researchers have turned their attention to the Caribbean and surrounding areas. This region has yielded several intriguing underwater discoveries. While none have been conclusively linked to Atlantis, they've fueled ongoing speculation and exploration.
One of the most famous sites is the Bimini Road in the Bahamas. This underwater formation consists of large, flat stones arranged in a linear pattern. Some claim it's the remnant of an ancient harbor or road. They point to its seemingly artificial arrangement as evidence of human construction. Critics argue that it's a natural formation, created by the fracturing of beach rock. The debate continues, with both sides presenting geological and archaeological evidence.
Further south, off the coast of Cuba, lies another mystery. In 2001, researchers using sonar detected what appeared to be underwater structures. The images showed geometric patterns on the seafloor, reminiscent of an urban layout. This discovery, dubbed the Cuban underwater city, sparked excitement among Atlantis enthusiasts. However, further investigation has been limited due to the extreme depth of the site. The true nature of these structures remains unclear. Section 8. Plato's purpose, allegory, or history. Central to the Atlantis debate is the question of Plato's intent. Was he recounting a historical event or creating an allegory? This question has divided scholars for centuries. Understanding Plato's purpose is crucial to interpreting the Atlantis story. It affects how we approach the search for physical evidence and historical corroboration.
Those who see Atlantis as allegory point to Plato's other works. He often used fictional scenarios to explore philosophical ideas. The Republic, for example, describes an ideal city-state that never existed. From this perspective, Atlantis could be seen as a similar thought experiment. It might represent the dangers of hubris and the consequences of turning away from wisdom and virtue.
On the other hand, Plato presents the Atlantis story as a true account. Section 9. The geological puzzle, natural disasters and lost civilizations. Geology plays a crucial role in the Atlantis debate. The idea of a continent-sized island sinking into the ocean overnight seems fantastical. However, geological processes can indeed reshape landscapes dramatically. Understanding these processes helps us evaluate the plausibility of Plato's account.
Plate tectonics, the theory that explains the movement of Earth's crust, is key to this discussion. We now know that continents drift, mountains rise, and new islands form through volcanic activity. While these processes usually occur slowly, catastrophic events can cause rapid changes. Earthquakes, tsunamis, and volcanic eruptions can transform landscapes in hours or days. The Mediterranean region, often linked to Atlantis theories, is geologically active. The collision of the African and Eurasian plates creates a complex tectonic environment. This has led to the formation of volcanic islands like Santorini. It also makes the area prone to earthquakes and tsunamis.
Section 10. Enduring Legacy Atlantis in Popular Culture and Future Explorations. The legend of Atlantis has left an indelible mark on popular culture. It has inspired countless books, movies, and television shows. From science fiction to fantasy, Atlantis appears in various guises. This enduring fascination speaks to the power of the myth. It captures our imagination and reflects our hopes and fears about... Thank you for joining us on this journey through the lost city of Atlantis, myth or reality. As we continue to explore this enigmatic legend, it's crucial to remember that the quest for Atlantis is far from over. New technologies and research methods are constantly emerging, offering fresh perspectives and possibilities. But this isn't just a task for scientists and historians. You too can play a role in uncovering the secrets of Atlantis. Whether it's through supporting archaeological projects, staying informed about new discoveries, or simply keeping the legend alive by sharing its story, every action contributes to our collective understanding. As we look to the future, it's exciting to imagine what we might yet uncover. Perhaps the truth about Atlantis lies just beneath the surface, waiting for the right moment and the right person to bring it to light. Please don't forget to subscribe to Do You Know Archives for more intriguing stories and hidden truths from history. Together we can continue to explore the mysteries of our past and the wonders of our world. Thank you, and until next time, keep searching, keep questioning, and keep the spirit of discovery alive.